always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Broncos have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming, and the opening of the season. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Washington's offense is on the field for the first time today. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive plays, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
Man, let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Using the quick game. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Leaves it with the back. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's got enough, and it'll be a 1st down for Washington. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with the lone back. At the 20, he's got space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Flips it out on the screen. Touchdown, Huskies! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. The Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Boise State Broncos offense has its first opportunity of the day. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be. And now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball early. He's going to get it often. A lot of people really excited to see how he plays in this one.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on 3rd down.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They're going to ride this running back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. He's got 42 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. Touchdown, Washington! Fitted in the window for the score.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Texas A&M is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Johnny Manziel, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Cal.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. The short hands, it's White.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Casey. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Makes the grab. It's White. Wide open. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Yeah, we may have a situation here. We might have points. More points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. To throw, it's Fox. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. This time he's got it. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, and the pressure builds. And then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another first down. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Fox. Quickly complete.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
3rd down play from the gun. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Gets it out quickly. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed near the sticks. It's White. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And some room to work. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Four wide receivers spread across the field on 2nd and inches.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Third down coming up.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete. And the Broncos decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster, and they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
Gets it to him on the screen. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Washington coming to the line with another first down. To the air. It's Fox. Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Wide open downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Caught over the middle. It's Allen. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Huskies want to pick up the tempo. Power football with the run.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Going to swing it on second down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the catch. It's White. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can't stop the clock. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. He's got it on the outside. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the red zone, looking for a man. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Broncos! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half. I mean, you got to have it. Execution has got to be great in these two-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Albertson Stadium.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some.
There he goes. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Smith takes the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Broncos will line up to punt it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Fox. Unleashes it. It's complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. The run to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Huskies are on the move. Off the play fake on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. Tough sledding there as he picks up one to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And the Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Broncos will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes the catch at the 30. He's got great speed. Quick step and go. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for room. It's Peppers. Runs through the tackle. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Fox. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
14.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Back to pass. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
It's now 3rd down.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Broncos line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Going to the ground. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Fox. Fires to the right. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And you gotta love it. Get the ball to your playmakers any way you can. Use their speed to your advantage. Nice job handing him the football, getting his speed to the outside to have a successful play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Run it with the fullback. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll give it to the back. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll bring it out. It's Malone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And they're not on the same page there.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Rush is on him. Snagged out of the air. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. The Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's Bates. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. And the Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Wants to go up top. Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. What a cannon this dude has for an arm.
And there's nothing more frustrating than you watch a Hail Mary and they don't get it to the end zone or they throw it out the back of the end zone. Great job by the quarterback. You got to put that thing way up in the air, and he does. And his receiver comes down with it. What a play.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.